This is Midge. He is a goblin thief, class-wise, and if you watched a recent video of mine, you'll know that he was a former theatre impresario, and he thinks he's some kind of secret agent because he's a bit deluded. So Midge is currently living in a city not unlike Lankhmar, and we're going to do a bit of an urban adventure using Scarlet Heroes. I'll pick a plot from here with the die. That's a 3. A target has been kidnapped by an antagonist and is in need of rescue. So we've got this chart here to find out possibly who the target of the kidnapping is. 35. An ex-lover. Okay. Midge. Your ex is in trouble. So I guess we could roll here for an antagonist. Okay, that's 4 and 8. A scarred bouncer. Okay, so Daisy, Midge's ex, is a nightclub singer, and this bouncer has become obsessed with her, and she's rebuffed him, and he's kidnapped her. So Midge hears about this, and he's going to set off and try and rescue Daisy. Yeah, okay. We need a location. Perhaps a slum location. We'll see how we go. We'll go for the middle chart here. 18, that is a tattered market. So we arrive at the market, and the associate of this kidnapper, this is Borag. He is an orc with his goblin assistants here. He's setting out his stall for his market business, and Midge knows that he is a close associate of Ron, so who is the kidnapper, who is a bugbear, and he's going to have to interrogate Borag to try and find out information. Now he's got his guards here. What's the best way to go about this? Because we're going to end up in a fight probably. I think we've got to be diplomatic initially. We will approach openly. One of these goblins will come over and ask us what we want, and we'll say, we need to see the boss, we've got some questions. I have a business proposition. That's perhaps more what you might want to hear. I need to see Borag, it's really important. So I think that's going to be average, I think, an average difficulty. So we'll do a charisma check with our +2 and try and get an 11. Yep, that's all good. So he's going to buy that and go and get Borag, who's going to come over, probably with one of his associates as well, another one, while he's working away back there. And we're going to ask him what he knows, or we're looking, no, let's be cunning, we're looking for Ron. We need to talk to Ron about something really urgent. I could have used this before, so yeah, we still would have been alright, maybe. Okay, I'll do that check again. Add 2. 6, 7, 8. Qualified consent. So yeah, he gets Borag, and now we're going to talk to Borag about we really need to speak to Ron. We have a business deal that he and Borag might be interested in. I'll add a +2 to this. 9, 10, 11. Helpful consent. He's very keen on the idea. That's with our charisma bonus. Didn't even use our sneaky goblin spy thing, because you know, it's a bit more general than being a spy ant maybe. So he is in agreement, and he will tell us where Ron is. So I think we're going to try and be sneaky. We're going to hop over here and try and sneak attack this guy in order to gain access to the warehouse. So can we jump over this fence and hide behind this box and attack him? Do a sneak attack. So we're a sneaky spy, so we get +3 and +3 more for our dexterity. So I'm going to say this is hard. This is going to be a hard task to quietly jump over here, hide here, and then sneak attack him. So we're heading for a 13 and we're adding 6, so we're probably going to do it. Ooh. Yeah, just. I shouldn't have been quite so confident. Just made it. So we can do our sneak attack and add 4. So we add +3 for our short sword that we're going to hit him with. And that's +7 in total, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We have messed up our attack. No, we haven't. Yeah, we need to take off his armor class. The goblin's armor class is 6, so we need to roll a 14 or more. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That is not enough. We make a mess of our attack, and this goblin will now retaliate, and this goblin will run over and try and attack us as well. So he needs to roll a 16 with his short sword, and to try and get, yeah, and he adds +1. He misses. This one attacks. 14, 15, they miss as well. Okay, now I can roll my fray die and hopefully wipe them both out. I'll attack at the same time, do a normal attack, and this is my fray die, because the goblins are 1 hit die or less. Oh wow, that's not amazing. However, I do, with that 2 on this fray die, I do cause 1 hit point of damage, so I knock down one of the goblins, and this one now retaliates, adding 1. That's 17. That's going to hit me. And he rolls, what's his weapon? It will be a, let's give him a d6 weapon, a short sword. Wow, 4, that is 1 point of damage to me. So I'm down to 3 hit points. This isn't good, but I should be able to wipe him out this time with my fray die and this. Wow, that's a proper attack and a fray die hit. So I definitely, that's 5 on the fray die. That's 1 hit point of damage. So if I did my short sword, I would get 3, 4, 5, 6 total damage. So yeah, I knocked that goblin out as well. I'm going to sneak across to try and make one. I'm saying that's a window. I'm going to sneak across and get to here. Now what Midge is going to do is listen at the door to find out what's going on. So we get a +3 for our sneaky goblin spy trait, and I think this is going to be hard because of a big echoey warehouse. So we're heading for a 13 and we're adding 3. Yep, that's alright. So we are able to hear what's going on, and I'm thinking that Daisy over there, played by Polly Frostbite, is she's doing a Black Widow on this guy. She's interrogating him without him realizing it to try and extract information from him, because she knows he's involved in something. He's involved in a sinister plot. So she wants more information about that, and Midge is able to pick that up from his listen check. So Daisy's been kidnapped because she suspects that Ron is involved in a sinister criminal plot, and obviously she's trying to get information while she's kidnapped, but Ron is thinking, oh, maybe she knows too much now, and she's more dangerous than she's worth. So perhaps what crime could he be involved in, as well as obviously kidnapping? So let's roll these dice. 2 on here, no, 5 on here, and a 2. Murder. He's involved in a murder. He's implicated in murdering someone quite important in the town, quite a well-known figure. So yeah, we could roll for that, but we'll worry about that in a moment. But first of all, he is preparing to silence Daisy once and for all. So I think it's time for Midge to prove his worth. So before we launch into the fight, we can roll on this chart here to find out who he has possibly murdered. So I've got a 1 and a 7. A famous artist. Okay. So now Midge is going to sneak in and fire. No, he's going to launch his dagger. He's going to throw a dagger at this guy, maybe. Let's do it. 5, 10, 15, 20. 20 feet. That is over half the range of a dagger. So he gets +3, but he's going to get a -2, so it works out at +1. And we'll see if we can hit that goblin, because I'm going to say that that guy there, Ron, is slightly obscured by that box, and we need to start taking these guys out quickly. So we're adding +1, and we need a 14 or more, because the goblin's armor class is 6, taken away from 20. That is great. So we hit that guy. Our dagger does +3 damage. Sorry, 1d4 +3. That's right. We actually get sneak attack on that, don't we? I think. But anywho, I think we're allowed to triple this damage. So, needless to say, whatever, we managed to take out that goblin. And now it's the baddie's turn. I think they're going to... This guy's going to come here, and Ron's going to be sneaky and shoot me with a bow. So I'll deal with the goblin first. He adds a +1, and he's trying to get a 16. No, he doesn't. He swings and he misses. I dodge out of his way as Ron takes the advantage of that, because I'm concentrating on that goblin. He shoots at me. He gets +4 to try and hit 16. And he doesn't, just. So that was his attack. Now it's my turn. I'm engaged with this guy. I'd rather run off and attack Ron, but I can roll my frayed eye attacking this chap, so as well as my normal attack. So that is plenty. 15 +3, 18, and well, yeah, plenty of damage on the normal die, enough to take him out, and enough on the frayed eye as well. So we've got rid of him. Minions are quite easy to deal with. But now Ron will get another attack. He's going to stay over there, slightly near the crate, and try and shoot me again with a +4. Wow, that's a nasty hit. So with his bow, he gets +1 damage. 3. That is 1 hit point of damage to me. I'm down to 2. and I'm going to rush, and I think I'm going to throw another dagger, I think. So I get a +3. I'm within range now, so I don't get a penalty. +3 on my dagger attack. That's absolutely awful. I made a right mess of that. So Ron will probably now close in and draw his sword. He's probably going to do a D8, isn't it? And he will get a +4 to hit with his sword. 11, that's not going to do it. Okay, I'm going to retaliate. +3 with my short sword. That's a 19. I roll a D6 +3. That's a 5. So I knock off one of his hit points. He's down to 2 from his hit dice of 3. And I think what he's going to do now is he's going to grab one of these crates and just pull it onto me to try and knock me down. I'm going to give him a skill check for that. I'll say it's an average thing for a bugbear because he's quite strong, and he gets a +2 skill bonus. So he's trying to get an 11 and he gets +2. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That is just enough. So I'm going to say that crate is going to knock me down and possibly do D4 damage. So if it's a 1, I don't get any damage. Okay, I get damage. So this is not looking good. I am going to get up from being having had a crate dropped on me, and I'm going to run for the door and draw my bow. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm going to take this respite to draw my bow, and I think he's going to... I'm going to use the an oracle chart. I think it's likely that he's going to follow me. 7. Yes, but I'll think about that. We have a complication, so I'll roll on the complication chart. 5 is the failure of a piece of gear, either for the hero or an NPC. I think that his sword or his bow catches one of the crates and makes the sort of stack topple on him. So I'll give him D4 damage. That'll teach him, because he's trying to follow me. That's a 4. And that does him 1 point of damage. So he's currently covered in bits of boxes at the moment. Now I'm going to use my next action to pop that around. I'm within range with my bow, and I get a +3, and I'm going to try and shoot him. So his armor class is 5, so I need a 15, and I get a +3. 17, 18, 19, 20. So for my bow, I roll D8 +3. That is 6 total damage. That is enough to knock down Ron. So I rush back over and I tie his hands and feet, and then I go and rescue my old mate Daisy, and we need to find out more information about what he's done, been involved with the murder of a well-known artist in the town. So we are going to interrogate him. I'm going to use my sneaky goblin spy trait, which gives me +3 to try and find out the information we need, find out the extent of his involvement in the murder of the famous artist, and I will call that a hard check. So we're heading for a 13, and we're going to get +3. That's enough. We are able to find out the information from Ron Watts. He was involved in the murder of this artist, but only on the periphery, and he does know the identity of the person behind it who ordered the murder. I think it's going to be someone on this elite and noble chart, and that's why they employed a sort of low-life criminal like Ron Watts and his gang to do the dastardly deeds, so that hopefully wouldn't come back to them. So let's find out who this is. So that's a 6 and a 2. An official investigator. Oh my goodness. So somebody in the sort of ruling law enforcement of the town is behind the murder of this artist. But why? Well, I guess that's what we need to find out. Tune in. We shall see where this leads.